company has done something. They are, as Carlos Costa said, this company right now is the pioneer of what they're doing. The income that people have experienced, people have changed their zip code. I'm one of them. And I've only been in the company 4 months. I can't imagine what I'll be making by my 8th month, by my 12th month. And so will you. That's the key. See, people don't quit when they're making money. They quit when they don't understand. They quit when they can't sell something, and then the person that they go to and they try to convince them to buy it and that person says no. That's when people quit, because they know they can't make any money. And does that make sense to everybody? I know it makes sense to me, because I've been there. I've been in companies and I tried to sell things that I knew, I felt that everybody would want it, and I couldn't get my own relative to buy it. And that's when I gave up. And that same company went on anyway. In fact, I found out just in one of those companies, they started advertising the product on TV because their sales had become so high. Now, the only thing is that I didn't make money in that company. Why? Because I heard the word no from a relative, and I said, if I can't sell this to my relative, I can't make any money, and I quit. That's where 89% of the people, they're going to quit because they don't see any money coming in. What's interesting, in that same company, had that company said to me, you know what, just advertise this product. Even if you don't sell it this week to someone, we'll still go ahead and we'll pay you anyway. If that company had kept doing that, guys, I would have been advertising that company today. And that's a company that I haven't been involved with over, it must be now over 10 years. But it didn't mean that the company was bad. It didn't mean the product didn't work. It just meant that company will continue to lose 80 to 90% of the people, because when people hear the word no, they give up. Because they don't have any income coming in. They don't have anything to keep them in the game. That's what TelexFREE does best. They're a media company. They're going to pay you to advertise. That's what they do best. They pay us to advertise. The more we advertise, the longer we hang in there. And because we get paid to advertise, we're hanging in there. We keep advertising. And when the service does sell, they pay us more money. Can you imagine? I want you to stop and think for one moment. How big would companies be if they did that? Isn't that what your job does? See, you go to work every day. You don't know what the sales of your company are that day or that week. But because you did your job in helping that company produce that product, they paid you income. And they kept you coming to work to help them produce more of that product until that product someone, and they made more money. That's how all corporate companies work, guys. They've been doing it for years. TelexFREE took that same thinking and now have adopted it into MLM or network marketing. That's why this makes so much sense. We're going to show you why this company grew from starting in Brazil to now over 63 countries. Because we're advertising over one of the most powerful medias in the world, which is the internet. And you might say, I don't know anything about advertising on the internet. Don't worry, you don't have to. We're going to teach you 3 simple, easy steps. You're going to copy, you're going to paste, and you're going to validate. That's it. That's all it takes to get paid in TelexFREE. What are we advertising? Well, we talked to Carlos Costa today. You know, in the future, we're going to be advertising many things. But right now, we have one product that we've been advertising. It's our flagship product, and it is a TelexFREE 99 VoIP technology service that allows you to download it on your computer and call over 40-plus countries. In fact, when you put this on your computer, you can call anyone, anywhere in the world. But when you put it on your cell phone, it now allows you or your landline to call 40-plus countries. Do you know that people are still calling countries that are not even listed in the 40-plus, getting through and having conversations That's the power of this technology. We're constantly expanding. You see, this company, as we said, they're smart. The more people that they can pay to help them advertise, the more walking billboards we all become. The more money the company's going to make. It's not a matter of if they're going to sell the service, it's just a matter of when. That's why this is not a money game. It works just like corporate America. The only difference is they're paying you for the work you do now, and even when the product sells, they're going to pay you more money. It's like getting a raise. You might say, well, that makes sense. How do I get started? Well, one of the ways we can get started, of course, everybody comes in as a sales requisition. It's a $50 setup fee to get started. There is no monthly fee. Remember, what do we do in TelexFREE? We all, everyone in the company, we copy ads that are already written. We paste them on free advertising sites that are out there, and we validate that and we earn income for doing it. But see, as a sales rep, when you are advertising the TelexFREE 99 service, someone looks at your ad, they purchase the service for $49.90, you'll earn a 10% commission. However, if you do what the rest of us are doing, and we say, you know what, we like this company so much, we're going to get a contract with them. And that contract is going to allow us not to get 10%, but get 90%. And that contract also allows us that even if we can't sell that product this week to the public, the company's going to pay us for advertising. Now, here's my question to you. How many of those contracts would you like to have? See, the more contracts you have, the more money you can make. That's why everyone goes in this company and they upgrade to get them either an Ad Central or Ad Central Family contract. The Ad Central contract is $289 to upgrade, and for the next 52 weeks, you can get paid income by simply placing one ad a day. Takes you less than 30 seconds to do it. Folks, even a fifth-year-old or fifth grader can do this. They know how to copy and paste. It's real simple. You have to be, of course, the legal age to do it, but I'm just saying for simplicity, everybody can copy and paste. The interesting thing here is that we're adding to now the media explosion of TelexFREE. People are hearing about it all over the world. In fact, out of the 1 million promoters, the majority of them being over in Brazil and then Europe, and now inside the United States, I understand it's a little bit less than 7,000 promoters out of the 1 million. So room for growth is just, I'm telling you, we are right now, if you're in the United States listening to this call, you are sitting right now in the best possible position you can ever ask. Why? Because you've got a track record of a company that paid commission every week since January of last year, 2012. So it's not a startup. It's not a fly-by-night. You know the commissions are being paid. What you have now is a virgin territory that no one knows about TelexFREE. So here's the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. How many of these contracts do you want? You see, you will make with this one Ad Central contract, just by placing one ad a day, a minimum of $1,040 all the way up to $2,300. Now, what if you had 10 of these contracts? There's people on this phone that have over 50 of them. Some people have over 100 of them. Each one of them giving them the income potential of $1,040 to $2,300 for each one. Imagine having an Ad Central Family contract. The upgrade cost for that is $1,425. That includes your $50 fee plus $1,375 for the contract, for a total of $1,425 if you get it all at once. If you get it separately, you'll pay $15 plus $1,445. But here's what we know about this contract. We place 5 ads a day, and with placing those 5 ads a day, we can make anywhere between $5,200 and up to $11,000 per contract that we have. Imagine if you own 10 of these. That's an extra $52,000 a year. See, this is simple what we're talking about. Guys, you know, we have people placing ads ranging from the age of 18 to 100. Because it's simple. You now can get paid for your efforts. Doesn't matter if you have a college degree. Doesn't matter what your background is. It doesn't matter how many times you failed. You are helping this company get on the map with their different products and services. The larger we get, the bigger media and advertising company we are going to become. Just like right now, we have over 1 million promoters. Guys, back in December, they only had 370,000. 11 months before that, they only had 1. You get the point? That's where we're headed. Massive growth. So let's talk about why so many people are coming into TelexFREE. Well, first of all, it just makes sense. But also, in addition to that, the company says if you help them get customers, that's one thing. But if you want to go out and share this with other people who want to become promoters in the company, they're going to reward you with additional money. For instance, to be qualified to earn additional income, you have to prove that, you know, you actually have a customer. And the customer can be anyone. You can even be your own customer. Anyone that goes to your site and purchases the service as their customer. This is going to allow you now that as you share this with other people that want to become promoters, anyone purchasing the Ad Central package, you earn a $20 bonus. Anyone purchasing the Ad Central family, you earn a $100 bonus. This is the beginning. See, what you're going to do is build a team of promoters. And what's so interesting about building a team of promoters is that those promoters are building a team of promoters. And you can get paid off the efforts of many, many people. Let me give you an example. One of our structures is called a binary. Simply means two, the word binary. You can share this with two people, put one on your left team, the other on your right team, and as they go out and produce a team of promoters who all have contracts, you are going to get paid not on the promoters, but on all of the contracts. So you may share this with one person and he may own 5, 10, 20, 30 contracts. You can get paid on all of their contracts on a weekly basis. Huge. So in the binary, let's talk about that first of all. You know, the computer is going to look at both of your teams in the binary, and every time it sees a new Ad Central contract on your left and right team, it's going to pay you an additional $20 bonus. And every time it sees a new Ad Central family contract on your left and right team, it pays you an additional $60 bonus, plus 20, which is a total of 80. Now, I want you to think about something for a second. What if there were 100 sales that came in this month, 100 Ad Central family sales on both your teams, just 100? What type of extra income would that mean for you? Ladies and gentlemen, that would be an additional $8,000 in income this month. On top of that, you have to understand this binary is one of the most lucrative in the world because it can pay you up to $15,360 per day, but we're not done. At the same time that you're earning from the binary, you also could be earning from what we call a unilevel. There's 6 generations to the unilevel, and what that means is everyone that you share this with is your first generation. The people that they share it with is your second generation. And 6 generations deep, everyone's placing ads every single day. And at the end of each week, they have the option to get the free packages from the company that they can sell to the public, and the ones that they don't sell to the public, they can sell back to the company, and every time they sell back to the company, you earn a 2% check match 6 generations deep. What does that mean money-wise? It's real simple. For every Ad Central package, you're looking at earning an additional up to $20 for those packages for the entire year, and every Ad Central additional up to $104. Let's put that in mathematical simplicity. let's say there were 1,000 Ad Central family packages in your 6 generations of pay. You now have the ability to earn up to an additional $104,000 off of those packages that belong to someone else. I think that's pretty powerful. What if there were 10,000 Ad Central family packages? While you do the math, add another 0, guys. It gets fun. You start to understand the power of why this company has created multiple millionaires. But we're not here to try to impress you with money. You've seen that song and dance and pony show before. Here we're talking reality. We're talking people that are changing their lives even if they never recruited a single person. And at the same time, we're sharing with people that, you know what we're discussing today is a small part of the money. There's also additional income that you can earn up to 5 generations of customers. We'll show you how to qualify for that. Also, getting in position. What if you could share an additional 1% of the entire company's profit taken in from the customers every single month, as well as what if we were to show you how to enroll tomorrow and become a team builder right away and now start sharing in 2% of the entire company's profit generated by the customers? Guys, we have people doing it every single day. You know, the amazing thing here is that when you think about TelexFREE, and you've probably seen a lot of business opportunities, you've probably been on a lot of calls, and you know what, guys, I've been on them too. There are a lot of great companies out there. There are a lot of great programs out there, and there are a lot of bad ones too. The good thing about TelexFREE is that you know, beyond a shadow of a doubt, that depending on the amount of contracts you have is going to depend on what you will make with this company. And as you decide to share this with other people, then the income can literally just explode beyond your imagination. That's what it has done for me, and that's what it's doing for a lot of people. See, it's a win-win scenario. We're dealing with a real company here that has a joint venture with Best Western. They're building and remodeling hotels. Best Western is in Brazil. And in October, we're going to get information on how we can become a part of that incredible, and this is, I'm loving this, guys, how we can become a part of that joint venture and profit for the next 11 years. See, guys, here's what we think about. When I got started in Telex back in December, very, very few people in the United States knew about it. I think it was less than 300. Now, a little bit less than 7,000. But what that has done is that people are coming in and people are now having meetings. There's meetings and presentations going on everywhere. We have online presentations that are going on every day. We've got meetings that are happening. We've got one here in Georgia, in Warner Robins, Georgia. We've got another one in Georgia starting up on Saturday the 27th in Atlanta, Georgia. We have them Thursday nights in Florida. We have them going on in New York. They're going on in California. And again, we're getting a list of all of the different meetings. Guys, we just got word today from a group of individuals that want to have a Super Saturday in the Philippines. There are meetings that are going on in other countries on a daily basis. Why? Because here is a company that is breaking all types of records. I don't know who invited you to this call, but I can tell you this. This is the best piece of advice that I can give you. Don't waste any time analyzing this. It's real simple. Get started, get your contract, and go out and start, number one, seeing how easy it is to copy and paste and post ads. You'll get comfortable with that. You'll get comfortable with the income that you'll make as you start to sell some packages to the public, others you'll sell back to the company. And as you start to tell other people about this, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, life changes. I'll say this in closing. I had an interesting conversation with a gentleman today who I shared this business with over a month ago. And at that time period, he kind of brushed it off. He didn't think it was that serious. Why? Perhaps because he knew we were living in a 2-bedroom apartment. He kind of judged the kind of money that we were making. At least that's what he thought, just from knowing us in the past. But when he saw that we had changed our zip code, and he found out the type of house that we're in right now, and he sees the type of automobile that we're driving, and he sees and he hears from other people about the things that we have done as far as helping other people, and now all of a sudden, he called me up, and he says, I'm ready. I'm ready to get into this TelexFREE because of overhearing other conversations of people. See, your life will start to change. And even if you talk to someone and they say no, or they don't think it's real, or they want to see how you do, I promise you one thing, ladies and gentlemen, they will be back. And when they come back, they're going to be ready to listen, and they're going to be ready to, you know what, do exactly what you're doing. Now, let's start helping other people. Helping them in these tough financial times where people need it so desperately. Help them get the additional money that they need for them and their families. It's not about how much money we make, folks. It's not about where you live. It's not about what you drive. It's not about any of that. This is about helping people to get off their back, to get back up on their feet, and to at least get back to a position where they can start having a lifestyle where they can feel good about themselves, because so many people have been hurt by the downturn in our economy. And that's my goal, to teach, educate, mentor, and instruct as many people as possible the benefits of being a part of, and literally exploding this company, TelexFREE. I want to thank you guys for getting on the call today, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Again, had an excellent call.